The amount of time and money that is required for you to max out your account is increasing by a lot. Plus, club leagues are pay to win. I know these sound like bad things, but it's actually a lot more complicated than that, and I'm actually crazy excited for this update, so much so that I decided to record about it, even though I'm in a hotel room. Brawl Stars is about to change forever. After the update, any brawlers that you have at level 10 are going to be set back to level 9. Progress up until that point will be the same. It's just that unlocking a star power for your brawler will no longer bring it to level 10. It will just stay at level 9, kind of like how gadgets work at level 7. And now you're going to need power points and gold to upgrade to level 10 and 11. As always, that will buff your brawler's damage and health by 5%, so all the numbers that you've gotten used to for all of your brawlers are actually going to change. But just like level 7 and 9 open up the possibility for new abilities, level 10 will give you an ability to get a gear for your brawler. And when you upgrade a brawler to level 11, you'll unlock a second slot to use a second gear on that brawler. And gears are going to have a huge impact on battle. This gear increases movement speed in bushes by 15%. That's enough to make Nita just as fast as Max. Then this gear could give any brawler a shield that basically acts as an additional 300 HP. And that's enough to help any brawler survive one more hit from most brawlers in the game. This gear increases all damage by 10% whenever you're below half health, and that would pretty much help any brawler, but would be especially useful for tanks who rely on their high HPs to get close to enemies. This gear decreases the duration of slows and stuns by 25%, which is especially useful now that so many abilities can stun and slow. And I actually believe that you'll be able to switch gears in Power League, so you could use this to counter certain brawlers like Lou or B or maybe even Frank. And finally, we have this 5th gear which regains 100 HP when you are stationary. I don't actually know exactly how this will work, like how long it takes to activate it and how fast the healing is, but this would help a lot with fallback time so you can get back into battle faster. Now, if all of this isn't enough, these gears can be further upgraded to strengthen their effects. We don't know exactly how much for every single gear, but it seems like it's roughly a 5% buff to the gear for each of the 2 upgrades. I know I already mentioned this, but I can't get over the fact that this is going to change things because you'll be able to equip 2 gears if your brawler is level 11. I don't think you can equip the same gear twice, but if that were the case, that could be even crazier. With that being said, let's talk about how you're going to want to upgrade your brawlers because there is a right way. Gears will require gear tokens and scrap to craft them, which you can actually get from brawl boxes, or you can buy them from the shop, or actually from the club shop with club coins, which we'll be talking about later in today's video. We don't know their drop rates in brawl boxes yet, so I'll give that information to you as soon as Supercell gives it to me. But when you craft a gear for a brawler, that gear is locked to that specific brawler. That means that if you want to get the speed gear for all of your brawlers, you'll have to craft it 52 times if you have all 52 brawlers. However, Frank did say that the first gear is free, and I don't know if that means that the first gear for every brawler is free or just your first gear, but I think that it'll be one free gear for every level 10 brawler. I also don't know if you'll get a free gear for unlocking your second gear slot as well at level 11, but I doubt that that will be the case. Now, even though you can upgrade gears to level 2 and level 3, the level 1 gear provides way more value for your scrap than level 3 gears do. So I think that most players should pick the 2 gears that they want for each brawler and only craft those 2 level 1 gears. After you have 2 level 1 gears for each brawler, I would recommend crafting additional level 1 gears for each brawler until you're happy with your collection. Some gears are obviously better for certain brawlers and some are less useful for certain brawlers, so you're going to want to plan around that for every single brawler. I think the best example is Poco. He does not deal very much damage, so there's no need for you to craft his damage gear until later if you're going for like the perfect collection. Once you have the best 2 to 3 gears for each brawler at level 1, that is when I think it's going to be a good idea for you to start upgrading your gears to level 2, and then after the level 2, go to level 3. There are 40 possible builds for every brawler in the game, including star powers, gadgets, and 2 gear slots. So I know this is going to be a bit stressful, so I'll make some videos for the best builds for every brawler. Just let me know which brawlers you want to see first. But the question is, how much longer is it going to take for you to max out your account? Because of how PowerPoint requirements increase with each level, we do actually know that PowerPoints required to max out your brawler is increasing by 2.6 times. So essentially 2.5 times more PowerPoints to max out. We don't know exactly how much gold will be required, but based on the gold requirements for other levels, I actually think that it's a pretty close guess that we'll need 2.6 times more gold to max our brawlers as well. On top of that though, you'll now need at least 2 level 3 gears for each brawler to effectively be maxed out in an actual match. And you'll need 5 level 3 gears for each brawler if you want a brawler to be completely maxed out and ready for any situation. In order to get a gear to level 3, you need 680 scrap and 7 gear tokens. Like I said, we don't know how rare these currencies are, but we do know from the Club League season rewards means that 200 scrap costs half as much as 200 power points. Using that logic, a single max gear is about the same amount of progress on a brawler as like 340 power points, which honestly isn't actually too bad. But what about how long it takes to max out your account before the update versus after the update? In other words, how much more progress do we have to make? If you're only getting 2 level 3 gears on your brawler, we're looking at a total progress being 2.9 times longer. And if you're going for max completely with all 5 gears, all at level 3 on every brawler, total progress will be 3.2 times longer. These are obviously estimates because there are still a lot of unknown variables, and I know that might sound really intimidating, but I want you to consider 2 important factors. First of all, we're getting a lot of value added to the game with these new upgrades, and it makes sense. We want to have progress feel more valuable again, especially for those players like me who have been maxed out for a long time. And second of all, Frank said that after a few club league seasons, you have the potential to increase your individual progression by more than 50%. And if that's the case with just a few club league seasons, I imagine that with more time, progression will be boosted even faster. Like I said, progress for me has been stopped for a long time because my brawlers have been maxed out, I think for like a couple of years now. And yes, I do gem, but I'm really excited to have more progress to make. Now that we've covered gears, let's talk about club leagues, including how they're kind of pay to win, but not just kinda, they are pay to win by 33%. But we'll start off with what I'm most excited for, which is how they're actually gonna work out. We'll talk about the part of them that I don't like. You have until November 24th to get ready for club leagues because that is when the first one is going to start. Your club will face off against 7 other clubs from your same region and in your same club league. On Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, you'll be given 4 tickets that you will use to compete in club league matches. You can do standard matches that cost 1 ticket, or you can do power matches, which is exactly like a power league match, but it will cost 2 tickets. If you win, you'll gain club trophies for your club, and you actually get more club trophies for power matches than standard matches, so I recommend playing them for the best value. And you can also play these with randoms, but it sounds like you'll get additional points for your club if you actually play with your club mates, so that's what I recommend doing if you really want to progress. At the end of each match day, depending on how your club did in comparison to other clubs in your league for the week, you'll gain points. And at the end of the week, the club with the most points will get promoted the most and will get the most club coins. The amount of club coins that you get will depend on 2 other factors as well. You'll get more rewards just for your club being in a higher league, and you'll also get more rewards if you have a higher personal activity that week. So like if you help your club more, you're personally going to get more rewards. And I believe that's the case even if your club doesn't like win. So that's actually really awesome. And you are going to want as many club coins as you can possibly get your hands on. You can use them to buy awesome skins like Potato Squeak, or Moldy Mike, or Chicken Rico. Shout out to my editor named Chicken, by the way. And you can also use them to buy scrap to craft gears for your brawlers. You can also spend them on power points and gold to progress your account faster. And here's a quick tip. You should absolutely buy power points for all your brawlers before you spend any club coins on gold. It's not quite 2 times the value, but the way that Brawl Stars' progression works, buying the power points will provide you with way more value than spending it on the gold. If buying scrap is more beneficial, I'll let you know in a future video, but my guess is power points are going to be the most important factor. Now up to this point, I'm so excited about everything coming in Subton, okay? Gears are awesome, and I absolutely think that they are worth the more progression that's going to be required to max out your account. Clan leagues, they're not perfect, but they're better than anything that I could have come up with, and believe me, I tried. However, there is one part about club leagues that I am not a fan of, and you could probably guess what. Players are giving 4 tickets on each game day, but they'll also have the option to purchase up to 4 golden tickets for additional matches throughout the week. That is like having an additional day's worth of matches, which I think honestly just completely undermines the integrity of an otherwise fair and competitive new game mode. That's 33% more chance to win, 33% more progress. If one club wins 100% of their matches, but they don't buy golden tickets, and another club only wins 90% of their matches, but they buy golden tickets, the paying club will beat the free-to-play club even though they lose more matches on average. That is a big nope for me, okay? I think think that golden tickets are a mistake, and I think they should be removed as soon as possible. If I had my way, they wouldn't even make it into the update. And I'm gonna compare them to buying more tries in like a special challenge to explain why. If you think about it, golden tickets are very similar to buying additional tries in special challenges, where if you win 12 or 15 matches or 11 matches, you win a special pin. You literally spend gems for more chances to play, and there is a chance that you will take away that special pin from somebody else who did not spend gems for additional chances. Gemming for more chances is unfair, and it is pay to win. And I'm okay with that because there's no social pressure to do it. It is an individual choice, and the consequences are individual. Now, if you are playing with a couple of friends, then there might be a little bit of pressure for you to gem more tries, but there is a big difference between a couple of friends wanting you to spend a few gems every month or so if you lose, versus a club of 30 people trying to pressure you to spend gems every single week because that's the only way that your club will win. Because believe me, whether it's fair or not, there will be people that will pay for an unfair advantage. And the issue is that people act different in large groups. Large groups are less likely to care about individuals and are more likely to prioritize the entire group, even if it comes at the sacrifice of a few individuals. You're gonna have to forgive me for not having a source for this, but scientific research has been done to specifically show this. It's not right, but it is a fact. And it is Supercell's responsibility to ensure that this game does not create a toxic environment toward any type of player, even if those types of players are free to play and are not buying gems. Don't get me wrong, I am a firm believer that fun and monetization can be accomplished without the expense of one another. But golden tickets do not make club leagues more fun, they make club leagues less fun. And if the Brawl Stars developer team genuinely cares more about making Brawl Stars fun than they do about monetizing the game, they will remove golden tickets from Brawl Stars. I try very hard not to have black and white opinions very often, but that's how I see golden tickets. They shouldn't cost star points, they shouldn't cost gold, they shouldn't cost club coins, and they absolutely should not cost gems. Golden tickets straight up should not exist. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Okay, I know that I'm ending this video on a bit of a downer, so I just wanted to be really clear. I am way excited for this update. Okay, I am stoked, so stoked for Gears to be added to the game. I think they're going to be so much fun. It's gonna add a lot of really unique progress, and as Supercell removes golden tickets, club leagues are gonna be great. Make sure you guys subscribe for more sneak peeks, and you should also check out my Clash Mini channel. I am really excited about Supercell's newest game, and I've got some amazing videos already on that channel and also planned for the future. For now, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars and Clash Mini.